What's up, gang? You hear your boy John GK back with another video. Guys, we have Joey Diaz best moments. So this video is specifically focused on all of his best moments on podcasts, not just Joe Rogan's podcast, but many other people's podcasts. So we're in for a treat, man. Honestly, if you haven't seen the last Joey Diaz best moments on the Joe Rogan Experience, go and watch that, man. I'll leave that video for you at the end of this video. I know this is an 18-minute long video, but honestly, guys, stick with me. If I'm not laughing, you're laughing. If you're laughing, listen, we're all going to be laughing, man. Like, this guy is definitely one of the funniest guys that I've seen online. Like, it's on YouTube. I've seen maybe one or two of his stand-ups like on YouTube, but not any recent ones. Like, I don't think he's as frequent as your Dave Chappelle's, your other comedians. So he's just, and this guy always has a story to tell, man. I think he's been through everything. Like, I don't think there's one story you could say that he hasn't told that isn't true. Like, he's been through so much, and if I could meet the guy, man, I'd be asking him so many questions. And like, I watched a video of him talking about his school diploma, that he never had one, and they would ask, "Where's your school diploma?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I'll bring it next week. I'll bring it." Funniest guy, man, honestly. But anyway, guys, before we start this video, do make sure to leave it with a like, subscribe to the channel, and remember to turn on that notification bell so you're up to date with my latest content. Guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
I played freshman ball, and we were playing Patterson East Side. That's just a jungle of a school. Like, you got to be careful when you go in there. And we went there to play the Christmas tournament.
Wait, what kind of ball are we talking right now?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
And I hadn't taken a shit for like 10 days. I was backed up something. I took acid, something fucked my stomach up. I didn't tell nobody. In those days, I was really scared of doctors, and I wouldn't say shit to nobody. And on the way home, we got on the bus. And while we were waiting there, my stomach started hurting. And I said, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I'm going to shit myself or fart, but let me just take a chance.
Good move.
And I blew this fart, Joe Rogan. That was so bad, right? We were on a bus, and people started running, the school buses? People started running to the windows, right? To swing down the bus windows. But here's what gets better. I farted again. And the teachers were going, "Oh my God, he's changing flavors." But the worst thing was the cheerleaders were crying. That's how bad it smelled. They were sitting in front of the bus going,
He's changing flavor.
One of the teachers yelled out, "Oh my God, he's changing flavors." That's how bad these farts were.
If you were put in a position to defend yourself, what would come out? Would it be the jiu-jitsu training, or would it be the Jersey in you?
The gun, bitch. I'm 52. I ain't got time to hand-to-hand wrestle.
I can't get enough of this guy, man. I cannot get enough of this guy.
I got a 22 in my asshole right now, pointing straight at you.
There's been, a lot of people that are moving towards minimalist houses, really small houses. And, the idea is that, like, really, why do we have to have this giant fucking footprint of house that we live in, you know? And
because you're getting paid, bitch. I'm living in a fucking cell. I'm living in a fucking cell like a monkey. I'm going to live with a fold-up bed like I'm James Bond. Like, if you're getting paid, you live in a fucking house. I'm going to live in a micro fucking house with a little kitchen to cook like I got a black guy banging me in the fucking ass. I don't need that. A micro house. What are you fucking people talking about? I just snapped out of it, dog. You can't take me into those deep waters like this. The Eureka fucking killed the brother right now. The fuck are these people micro houses in the fucking desert? You play it out to the world ends like a doctor.
I want to live in one of those.
Brian's down, Joey's not. I think we have a real clear line in the sand here, people.
It doesn't even
I fucking hate, like, if somebody calls me and says, "Hey, call, God forbid, Tom Segura. His dad passed away." I give it a day. I call him like I usually do. "Tom, I love you. I'm sorry about your dad." And then I'll just drop like what are we getting in the will? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to your fucking creepy sister? Or are we getting, what do we? And people usually go, "You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me laugh."
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, nobody has the balls to call and insult me. Like, I'll call people and go, you got a brother? What do you want to do? You want to light him on fire so he gets nothing?
Nothing.
Nobody else can test the will. And they'll die of laughter. Don't push me, because I hate that motherfucker as it is. And for 5 minutes, I just made their day.
Remember that time you told me you mugged that gay guy and he beat the shit out of you?
Yeah.
You know,
He used to tie parachutes on his bags of cocaine. So if the cops came and he threw them out the window off the balcony, this is where it takes your mind. But anyway, that's a complete different story. Here I am with this 60-year-old Cuban with underwear on, nothing else, and a gun. He's walking around, he's doing coke, and now he starts crawling, and he's running into a room, and he's doing blow, and I'm sitting there watching TV, and I forget the song. You know what the hot song was that week? Chicka Khan.
Oh my god!
I heard that song over and over. I stayed with him for 4 hours while he's doing the last blow in Miami. And I'm sitting there like a fucking priest drinking fucking soda.
Really?
Eating sandwiches. And I'm dying inside. I'm dying to do this blow. And in the middle of all this, I hear, bah! The gun goes off. And he shoots himself in the foot. And I'm like about to faint from anxiety and death.
What?
And his kid comes in and his wife. And they're like, what happened? I'm like, he shot himself. I'm like, it's the third time in 2 years. Look at this fucking foot. He shot himself in the ankle. It was fucking crazy.
Oh my!
Oh, what'd you do, Muñeco? You shot yourself again? Jesus Christ! When are you gonna stop doing that shit? They fucking took it. It was like another day in Miami.
Jesus
and I'm
Christ.
like, oh my god! Now I don't have a ride. Now I gotta take a fucking $80 cab ride. I gotta go smoke a cigarette.
Hey, hold on a minute. We gotta say bye here to
very
everybody.
solid points.
Don't do the No, I know. Joey, you get it.
I'm with you, but this is just to let the American public know that every 4 years they buy the same shit they've been buying every 4 years, and the same people with their Harvard articulation and how they don't curse, and they're Christians, and they have a family, and these are the same people that shove it up your fucking ass every year. The one thing that you'll get about me is I'll say fuck, but I will not fucking rob you. If I need something, I'll ask you like a man.
I know, you're a good guy. Hey,
Go fuck yourself, you cunt.
hold on 1 second.
Take a joke, take a shuttle. Joey Diaz, Facebook, Twitter, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass.
Okay, that's enough. Get out of here. You're in trouble. I'm the umpire. This is the. I'm throwing. All right. Listen.
Stay black, because that's the most important.
Okay. Hey, Joe.
Kill Michael Jackson?
No, I don't know.
Look at the movie. He was dancing and singing, and next you know he's dying of oxygen. No, not right. A junkie's a junkie every day. He doesn't wake up, sing and dance, and then he has oxygen tanks at night. Something's not right there. And in my case, like old school, you're worth more dead than what you are alive. Yeah? I mean, he's worth more now than he's ever been. I think Paul McCartney killed Michael Jackson.
What's changed where they go on Fox News?
They don't give a fuck no more, because nobody said nothing. They don't give a fuck. Why would they? Half of these kids are coming back. This is the worst.
It doesn't matter if they're addicted. Cussing is what's bad.
No. You can't do nothing to me that Castro hasn't already done. And when this shit goes down,
Wasn't that in Scarface?
that's right. And I got to requote that motherfucker right there. I flew on the flight afterward, and I had fucking a bag.
I knew an F-word was coming.
With, I had a little bag of reefer in my fucking.
No, you didn't.
I do. Well, this is a conspiracy thing. This is just to show you how hard the airport people are working with that fucking X-ray machine. Now I had it in a baggie, and I put it under my left nut.
No, okay, we're not. Tell the story. That's enough.
Yes, for freedom of speech, I'll call Obama right now, motherfucker. They said I'm going to put you through the X-ray machine. I'm standing there sweating bullets with this baggie under my fucking left
that's
nut.
enough.
Because my
Stop.
left nut's bigger than the right nut because I'm a righty.
Stop.
People don't know that. I thought I had cancer for a couple of weeks. You know, the opposite hand is
It's like
always bigger than
Satan is in the control room.
Listen to me, so I'm standing with my legs open, with this weed stinking.
You're like Rodney Dangerfield.
Listen, stop walking fucking Rodney. I had this weed stinking up a storm, not to mention my balls. I'm sweating now because I'm going to go to jail tonight. And also the guy goes, he's clear. And he shook my hand. I'm like, taxpayers are hard at work. Hey, so go fuck yourself, you cunt.
Hold on 1 second.
Take a joke, take a shuttle. Joey Diaz, Facebook, Twitter, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass.
Okay, that's enough. You're in trouble. I'm the umpire. This This is I'm throwing. All right. Listen.
Stay black, because that's the most important.
Okay.
They have not found Osama bin Laden, and he's in New York right now. Somebody seen him last week at a hot dog stand. They know the energy concept of it. I am suffering so much inside, and I have so much anxiety inside. I got two options.
You unleash it.
I could either go up there and go, or
Dude, yeah.
so how does my comedy come out? Like if I'm yelling, I take that mic, and I got it fucking, I'm going.
Sock him
There's
right in the
no
mouth.
measuring with
No,
me.
you sock him right in the mouth.
You know, he's not measuring. When the audience boos,
you're
that's when you
Anthony
know you're
Rumble
doing
Johnson.
your job.
No, you fucking.
I'm at the comedy store. I'm following 8 beasts, and I got 3 beasts behind me. I told him the other day, I don't go to the comedy store to be the best comic. I go to the comedy store to be remembered. Do you understand me? I mean, this was nonstop. Another night, Bonehead came home high on heroin, and he decided to make French fries. So he put the pot out. Remember in the 80s, they had those pots you could bring it home with the hot oil, and they would boil, and you could throw French fries. America went crazy over them. I forgot what they were. Crazy. Everybody was
French fry machines.
Everybody was making onion rings and shit. Well, he did heroin and knocked it out.
Left
And
that thing running.
the thing went on fire. We're all in the fucking house.
Oh Jesus!
All right,
It's oil.
I wake up, boom, and alarms, and all of a sudden Kurt's waking me up, and we go out of the house, and the father's outside, and the grandmother, and the fire department crawls on top of the roof, Joe, and they're hitting the fucking roof to get the smoke out, and fire trucks are coming from the side, laying water, and they got the sirens. In the middle of all this, it's 8 in the morning, and we all look around and go, "Oh my God!" Emil's still in the house. Bonehead was still in the house on fire. Bro, they turn the fire off. They go in. He's still with his feet up. With his hands crossed.
Just heroined out of his mind.
Watching TV like nothing happened.
He slept through the fire?
Oh my God, everything. When they woke him up, he goes, "Are my fries ready?" This is how crazy this family was. Fries ready? They're like, we have 2 fucking battalions out there. We got half of 9/11. And you're still fucking sleeping. Let me go get a wine glass. Yeah. Just give me the fucking glass. I gotta wait. Just pour the fucking wine in there. What's the difference? Well, the aromatic. Listen, shut the fuck up before I smack you. Just give me the fucking wine. Yeah. He would always come down with wine glasses. It would piss me the fuck off to no end. And the girls would be impressed. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Drink the wine. Just shut the fuck up. Drink the fucking wine. You know? Like,
Guys, I honestly, I'm dying of laughter, man. I can't. I just can't stop this video. I just can't. I just have to laugh through it.
one of those guys. I don't like no drama. And the people I grew up, I remember one time going out to dinner with my friends. I'll never forget this. I still talk to them. The Holloways. Roger had just graduated high school. The craziest family I grew up with. Yeah. Dad was a bookie. Mom worked in the city on a ship, like for a shipping company. And it's his 18th. We just graduated high school. And he took us to a fancy restaurant. And I'll never forget the guy comes over with the thing in front of him. Yeah. Mr. Holloway says, "Can I get a bottle of wine?" The guy comes over with the thing in front of him. And he takes the bottle. And he pours a little. And he tastes it first. I'll never forget in high school. My friend looked, he goes, "Just give me the fucking wine." The guy's face turned pale. Like, just give me the wine. I don't want no show. Yeah. You don't have to taste it. You don't do nothing. Just take a fucking hike. Give me the wine. Like, we all froze at the table. Like, I grew up with people like that. Like, one time we were at a buffet, and some fat chick was eating ribs, and I kept looking at my friend Roger. And he was eating, but he kept looking at her. And he would look at it, and he would get mad, and he'd look at it. And finally, I saw him put the fork down, and he threw the napkin down. He went up to the chicken. He goes, "Let me ask you a question." Because she kept eating all the spare ribs. There was this place that gave you half a spare rib. Yeah. And she was taking all of them, and she was dipping her fat little fingers in the spare ribs and putting them back. And my friend, like 2 weeks after the incident with the fucking wine guy, he went up to this chicken. He goes, "Let me ask you a question. Before you eat that wing, before you eat that rib, do me a favor. Go to the bathroom, look at your ass, and ask yourself, do I really need this rib?" I'll never forget, we turned purple. Yeah. The people I grew up with were very, like, we don't like chick chatter. Yeah. There's no chick. Like my wife, she would have got killed. Really? My friends would have stabbed her.
That's so funny.
Terry's a sweetheart.
Yeah, but she's someone that
she likes to do chit chatter, and I'm deaf.
Yeah.
Don't be chit chattering. If you got something to say it. Don't be chit chattering.
Yeah.
I don't like that sitcom mentality, like little jokes. My friends would have killed her.
Yeah.
My friends would have stabbed her.
Damn.
I don't like that either. You get in the car with them, shut the fuck up. What work to me is you gotta do something. You ever meet somebody that don't do nothing? You ever meet somebody that don't do nothing? They don't do nothing. They don't date. They don't do drugs. They don't play checkers. They don't do nothing. How long do you like those people for? You don't. I like people with a little bit of edge to them. They gotta do something. If you tell me I don't like alcoholics, but I love heroin, I'm in. If you tell me you suck toes for breakfast, I'm in. You gotta do something.
And he told us about when he shit in his backyard and somebody thought a bear had come.
I'll never forget a lady. She would let her dogs out every day at 5, and then she would clean up little French poodles.
Yeah, yeah.
So then
I could see the dogs'
it was
asses high up in the air, were just reeling back from the shit. Like, what the fuck?
she went like this.
Shit.
She looked at it, and she was like 58, so she squinted the shit up against the wall. But here's what's beautiful. I took a shit, and I put my back against the wall. So when I shit, when you shit outside, it's not going to be a decent shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be like...
How does he... This guy knows everything. This guy knows how to do everything. And not in a good way. It's like, how do you know... How do you know what it's going to be like when you... Like, he's obviously done it, but he's like saying it's not going to be a decent shit when you have a shit outside. It's... Oh, my days,
when I got up, it looks like somebody got shot in the head. There was shit all behind me on the wall. So she's sitting there with her little French poodles and her little chihuahuas, and she's looking at the wall like, what the fuck happened? And all of a sudden, she actually walks up close to it and squints and looks down on it and looks around and runs around. I'm watching all this. I can't breathe. Now I go to the computer because my wife's very decent, and I'm sitting there for a half hour. And then my wife goes, you home all day today? I go, yeah, why? She goes, I just had a conversation with Susan. She wanted to know if you heard anything in the backyard. Some animal took a shit back there. I went to get sushi. Like, you ever go get sushi and eat a lot of it? The rice pushes everything out of your ass.
Yes.
And you had plans to go get a weed store. You were going to go to the post office. But I made a detour. I planned to go home, but I left the house key in the house. So I had to climb around the window. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So when I pulled myself up, I actually landed with my stomach on the window.
And now you really got
which
shit.
made it push it out more. Like I'm like, and I'm fatter than fuck. And the cat's meowing at me, scratching at me, right? Like, it's me, you fuck. So I ran down the stairs and shit outside. Oh, Christ almighty, is him fucking saying. Get up, cocksuckers. Get up, everybody, get up. It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm sure you had a grandpa who killed a Japanese person. I'm sure you had an uncle who stabbed a Puerto Rican in the heart. Something. Get up. It's not about potato salads and cheeseburgers, you fucks. It's about being a fucking American, a state of mind. You don't need to be born in America to be an American. You just need to get up in the morning, grab your balls, and look at the flag, and look at Jesus and say, you know what? I got this, cocksuckers. I don't need no fucking welfare check. I'm a savage. All I need is a fucking knife, a spear, and I don't even know what I need. No. If it's 2 in the afternoon and you ain't
man.
go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like, you gotta fucking go in New York. Man.
Yeah, you gotta go.
People don't go
They
like
have
this in New
sympathy
York
for
at a
you.
stop sign.
Yeah.
You know how they do here? Like, no, you go. Get the fuck, somebody fucking go already. Fucking moron, I gotta get to the weed store. When Israelis come to the store, you better be prepared. They fucking come heavy duty to the store. I've been up there a couple Tuesdays, and 3 of them have stuck up on me. We're from Israel. Where's the flying Jew? We want to party. Where's the stars of dad? They're fucking nuts. You gotta love them. You gotta love them. And they were comics. From listening to Rogan Experience, they started doing comedy. I guess Israel's got a big comedy scene there now.
Just starting now.
It's just starting, and they fucking want to be rough comics. So the one kid's like, I'm trying to do fucking Hitler jokes, and they throw
No way.
these places. I'm fucking I'm howling. I'm like, what is he talking about? He's like, I'm doing fucking these dirty Hitler jokes, and there Israeli people throwing me out of restaurants and shit. So he goes, I'm coming to America to do Hitler jokes. Nothing but heart. Nothing but heart, these motherfuckers. I'm sitting there going, oh no. Where's the flying Jew? We want
No.
I'm coming to America to do Hitler jokes.
pissed, this kid. He was serious. He's like, dog, my comedy's a little rough, man. He goes, I'm up there doing fucking Nazi jokes and shit. They throw me out.
Guys, man, honestly, he is just so raw. Like, I can see why a lot of people probably wouldn't like his comedy side, because it is quite graphic. There's a lot of swearing. There's a lot of, there are some jokes, man, that people are going to take offense to 100%. Like, probably some racist jokes, probably like even talking about Hitler and Jews, and there are going to be a lot of people that aren't going to like that. But on the other hand, he's obviously an old school comedian. The way he was brought up. He's been through a lot, and I'm telling you, like, there's a story. He has a story for everything. That's why I find him funny. I find him funny because he's so raw and he just says it how it is. But I find the things I find most funny is the situations he's got himself in, like where he took he had a crap on his neighbour's wall, and he was trying to climb into his way. It's those kind of stories where you just you could actually imagine him trying to climb up a wall. That's why it's funny. I would say the jokes when it comes to like, when when his friend said about, was angry at the fat girl, like those jokes are funny, but then it's like, it's a bit harsh, it's a bit harsh. And especially in this day and age, man, like you can't get away with things like that now, But he is a funny guy. Overall, he is a funny guy, man. Like, I get his comedy. I understand it. I'm not saying I come from a background like that, but I get it. It is funny. Because I'm not saying that I'm someone that is a realist and just says it how it is, but I wouldn't take anything to offense. Like, I could sit in a room and people could offend me for my race, and I wouldn't feel offended by it if it was a joke, because I could do the same back. That's why I can find his comedy funny, and I kind of get it. And I'm sure, like, if I was sitting in the same room as him and I started cussing him off, he could take it he could really take it as well. So that's the side I find funny. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a long one. I hope you stuck around to the end of this video. If you haven't seen the Joey Diaz part 1 on the Joe Rogan Experience, go and check that out. That video is going to be at the end of this video. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. You hear your boy John GK, and I'll see you in the next video.